Stop the cap.
They didn't make their numbers and essentially exceed the numbers that Joe Biden had in the suburbs. And I think we have to be blunt about why. Black voters came through for Kamala Harris. White women voters did not. That is what it appears happened in that state, is that if you can't flip enough white women, and we've talked about this on this set numerous times, is that you have a state where you've got a 6-week abortion or a 12-week abortion. I think theirs might be 12 weeks.
Yep.
But it's a state where women lost their reproductive rights, where there was a very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And, God bless Shannon Watts, who has tried to have that conversation. But if people aren't receptive to it, and if people vote more party line or more on race than on gender and on protecting their gender, there's really not much more that you can do but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing.
Steph, people didn't have any surprise.
Be a stay-at-home mom. I would love to be a homemaker and a wife. I would love to be able to live on a homestead and go milk my cow and take the eggs out of the chicken coop and have one baby in the belly and on my hip and another toddler coming behind me. That's like my dream, but I can't do that because the way the economy is set up is I'm forced to work. I'm forced to get a higher education, a college degree in order to make enough money that I can be financially independent and afford my own home or my own rent or my own gas or my own groceries, my own insurance. And it's extremely difficult to do that. And it's very isolating as a woman when you have to do all of that all on your own and you can't find somebody that you can outsource some of those chores and financial responsibilities like you would with a spouse. So no, being a single working woman absolutely sucks. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. I would go back to the 1950s in a second just so I wouldn't have to deal with this.
You're talking about a traditional nuclear family where the woman doesn't work in a married household with kids.
And statistically, that was the case.
You're a single woman who isn't married with kids yet.
Because of the way it is. Most women were married by the age of 21 up until the 1970s.
I think it's a woman's choice. Before that, it was societally encouraged to marry young.
Yeah, and it was better for women mental health-wise long-term to be able to go into that long-term committed relationship and have the established family instead of being forced to slave away for a corporation that doesn't like you, doesn't care about you, makes you sit under fluorescent lights for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. You get a lunch break, you get health insurance, but do you have somebody who loves you staring at you every day like your child? No.
We got to talk about the black misandry that's going on in the black community. I mean, it is a profound level of black misandry. And again, every time the numbers come out, it ends up proving black women wrong on everything, like every time. We talked about the, 54% of black men are childless, 61% of black women are mothers. The fact that 81% of black children, the firstborn black children, are born out of wedlock, right? And, I'm looking at these polls, right? And, I'm still I got another video where I'm talking about percentages, and I'm tired of people saying, 78% of black men voted for the Democrats, 22% voted for Donald Trump, and 92% of black people or black women did not vote. Okay, 78% of black men did not vote. You guys keep doing this with these. It's of the people who voted. Get that through your head. Of the people who voted. Again, I don't have the information. I don't know how many black people sat out, how many registered Democrats or registered voters, let me say that to be more specific. I don't know how many registered black male voters decided to sit home on the couch, right? I mean, the fact that you had the 10% that, not 10%, you had the 22% that voted for Trump, right? So that's a segment of those that voted, right? And then you got all those that were like, I don't like either party, I'm sitting home. The Democrats aren't giving me anything to vote for, and the Republicans, we all know the issues, white supremacy, racism, anti-blackness and all the shit that's going on with the Republicans. So there's a lot of black men that just like, I'm sitting home, I'm opting out. Okay, but of those black men who voted and of those black women who voted, right? There's only what is that? No, that's not a 22% difference. That's like a 10% difference, right? Between 92 and 78. Why can't I do math? I'm having a damn brain fart. 14% difference. Right, even though you got to factor in the populations are, different size populations and all that. I'm just talking about the difference between the percentages of those that, voted for the Democrats, right? And you got black women online talking about all type of, fuck black men and, black men, this, that, and the third, right? They ain't got no smoke for the white women that went Republican and stuck with a white man and stuck with white zaddy, like I said in my first video. Y'all got no smoke for them. You know what I mean? Again, I constantly talk about this. Like black women, there's something wrong with y'all. Okay, there's something wrong with y'all where literally, even though I know a lot of black men stayed home and and you got the 22% that voted for Trump, of those that voted, right? Because only 69% of black people even qualify to fucking vote, because the rest, you got people who aren't registered, you got felons, right? You got all that. So it's only 69% who can actually go out there, are registered, can go to the polls, no barriers, nothing. But I'm saying, like, all the shit that black women have been running around over the years, all the shit they talk, and this has already been said before, about how progressive black men are. Black men are the most progressive men out of any demographic of men. But y'all gonna swirl it up. Y'all gonna interracially date. Y'all gotta lead a black man and whatnot. But here's the thing, right? Like, what is more important? Right? Like, black men, like, I don't know what the consistency of the black men that voted. I didn't look at the age breakdown and all that other stuff, but I'm saying, somebody else said that the ages, like, they were like close to each other, even when you break down the black demographics and whatnot. Okay, fine, fuck it. I'll take their word for it. But I'm saying 81% of black children, firstborn black children, are born out of wedlock. We know all this is tied to economic issue, but I'm saying black men are the most progressive. Okay? In terms of feminism, y'all pretty much got what you want from black men. The black community, like, look at it from another angle. The black community is literally the only matriarchy on that damn chart. And the men are voting in the same direction that black women want them to vote. All the other communities on, the chart are patriarchies, right? For the most part, by and large, overwhelmingly patriarchal communities, right? And we all know that their communities are way more intact than the black community. Way more intact. They got businesses, right? They police their community, right? We saw this during the Chicago shit going on in Chicago and Cicero, where the black dude was trying to rob the GameStop, and they were like, "Nah, here, homie, nah, here, essay." Right? They was like, "Nah, you gotta get the fuck on," right? And so, again, y'all out here thinking that you form a Voltron with these white women. Don't get it twisted. The white feminists, they out there, they're bitching too. Rebecca, I thought you were my friend. They're out there bitching too. But I'm saying the vast majority of white women, the vast majority of Hispanic women, right? Maybe not the vast majority of Hispanic women. I got to look at that. I know that there was a lot of red with the Hispanic women, but definitely more Hispanic women voted Republican than black women did. Right? So, like, where is all your black and brown? Where's all your black and brown coalition? Because y'all the coalition, rainbow coalition folks. Y'all the ones that wanted to bring in, black people talking about slavery and reparations and y'all in bed with the DNC and, we forming coalitions. None of these people fuck with you like that. They don't fuck with you like that. As black men, even though many black men also vote progressively, like, we know that they don't fuck with us like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not stupid. Like, when I get around these white men and I go in a gun shop and whatnot, I already know that they got all type of bullshit floating through their head, and I'm just trying to, find me some, HST rounds. You know what I'm saying? I know they think in their head, well, why he shouldn't even have a right to the Second Amendment. I know that those demons, cross their mind. When I'm in the gun shop and I'm looking at guns, he's probably gonna go out there and rob somebody. Right? I know that they're thinking bullshit. I don't have any illusions about that. You all, though, all this crying, all this shit, all these videos, all these meltdowns I'm seeing online, like, the fuck is wrong with you? And y'all got so much hatred and vitriol for black men, but you ain't got nothing to say to all the folks out here that don't fuck with you. Brad don't fuck with you. Becky don't fuck with you. Maria don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? Freaking, and then you got the other demographics. Ming Lee don't fuck with you and your shit. Nobody is trying to. Oh, let me take a swig because my voice is all fucked up. None of these women are trying to be you. They don't want to be you. They don't want your position. They don't want your community. Ironically, some of them want your men, and they're taking your men, hence all your bitching about they stealing all our black kangs. Y'all be bitching about that. You know what I mean? Like, you all are literally on your own. Like, I hope you see this. All the positions that you take, all the beliefs that you have, the matriarchy, we must smash the patriarchy. All these other groups are like, nah, we ain't trying to do that. There's benefits over here. And then the black women will come in the comment section and be like, yeah, that's because black men ain't got nothing to all. What do you want it to be? Because all the men that are providing benefits for their women overwhelmingly went off and voted for Trump. You see, you don't get patriarchy and benefits and progressivism at the same time. It doesn't work. So while your men are progressive, right? What is your main complaint, or one of your complaints? That you ain't got no benefits coming. You ain't got the benefits of Becky. You ain't got the benefits of Ming Lee. You ain't got the benefits of Maria. That's what y'all bitch about. And again, we're back to y'all want to have your cake and eat it too. You want to be able to have progressive men and have black men go out there and function like other patriarchal men who vote Republican. Right? And all the mindsets and everything else that comes along with that, right? You know what's baked into that. That's some real patriarchy over there. This is why I cringe when it comes to black men and some of the progressive orientation that especially we see amongst a lot of the older black men. You know what I mean? This is why, a lot of these women, you know what I mean? When they come across a black man, oh, wait, you a black man and you can provide the same resources or better resources than the men of my own community as an individual. And then they see how progressive black men, man, that bitch is gone. She gonna snatch up that nigga and she is the fuck out. She's like, wait a minute, I get a lifestyle and I get a progressive dude. Oh, baby, what you need? Oh, what you need, baby? You know what I mean? You watching the football game? Hold on, let mommy go in the kitchen and cook you up some pico de gallo and bust out the tortillas and shit for you to munch on. Oh, I got the lemon, the lemon juice. I got the cilantro. I got the chopped up tomatoes. Ay, papi, que rico, papi. Ay, she come in there serving you up. You know what I mean? Because they don't have to deal with the sexism. They don't have to deal with the sexism that come from their own men. I already talked about. I've been with Latin women. I've been with the Mexican women and the women of other races, and a lot of them, they'll be with women they'll be with men. Man, those men, they be hardcore in their patriarchy. They ain't touching no dishes. You know what I mean? They like, bitch, where's my food at? You know, black men are like, hey, she cook, cool. If she doesn't, that's okay too. It's not something that has to be regular. You know what I mean? Like every now and again, like we're cool. You tired? Hey, that's okay. That's cool. We're way more laid back and chill than we get credit for. But you talk to some black women, they'll be up there, rape and pillage, these monsters, I'd rather be with a bear. Meanwhile, Becky's like, let me get one of them black dudes and have him have some resources. This is one of the reasons why the number one fear that all these non-black men have is a nigga with some money. A nigga with some money will steal your bitch in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Because we have all of the qualities and personality traits that women want and women are attracted to. It's one of the reasons why low-key a lot of black women don't want fucking black men to have any goddamn money, because if they did, they know that those black men are going to roll the fuck out. And you see that bared out when you look at a lot of the dating, numbers, and, when men are in a particular position, they roll out. That's one of the things they complain about. But black women, I'm like, y'all be fucking up. I'm like, y'all, if a dude's making money, he's kicking ass. And then he's going out there, and again, everything's not in a vacuum. He is interacting with other races of women that get they bitch act right on when they come across him. And then you got all this stank attitude. You coming with dudes with babies. You talking about, what you not going to do. Y'all just like Kamala. You know what I mean? Like you start talking about making a meal for a man or giving him some fellatio or something like that. Y'all, this is y'all. I ain't gonna do that just for black men. No, y'all sound just like Kamala on reparations. Y'all up there talking about what you not gonna do. Meanwhile, Becky, Ming Lee, Maria, they up there talking about what they are going to do. I mean, seriously speaking, y'all can't complain and say, oh, black men, they out here, these other women are stealing our men and all that shit. Y'all been bitching about that for years. So don't sit up here and try to act like that. Them bitches, they don't want y'all. They don't want y'all. Because y'all sure as hell complain like hell when you come across and see a dude that you would be interested in and he got some non-black woman on his arm. Y'all be complaining like hell. I'm just saying. Nah, seriously. Like I said, when it comes to the kids out of wedlock, when it comes to the, how many fathers there are relatives to mothers, I'm like, y'all owe us a major apology. Over half of black men don't have kids, and y'all are topping the charts. There's more of you all than there are of black men, and y'all topping the charts when it comes to the number of mothers in the community. No, you owe black men an apology. You all are out there sleeping with, the same dude. I was watching some clip of some woman talking about, and what about the men that got multiple baby mamas? And I'm like, and what was woman number 2, 3, and 4 thinking? That's 3 baby mamas compared to one dude. Do the math. For every he got kids all over the planet. However many women you want to involve, that's fewer black women that are off the market for a childless man looking for a childless woman. And y'all out here complaining about all niggas, and real talk, you complaining about the same nigga that all y'all got pregnant by. And then again, when we go over here to the politics and being progressive, y'all out here, all these videos online, I done seen enough clips of black women talking about, we don't care if you die, we don't care if the police, take y'all out, right? Because you had a minority of black men that said they're not supporting, what the Democrats have been pushing. Economy's all fucked up, right? Black men are getting slammed for not being the breadwinner, right? The Democrat economy is being screwed up, doesn't facilitate them being the breadwinner and providing, right? And then you have, all the LGBTQ shit. I'm like, I'm a heteronormative, cisgendered straight male. I'm not into that shit. Why would I support that? Right? And then other stuff that's anti-male, anti-patriarchal, right? Because these women got these feminist fantasies that got going on in their head. Why would a straight black man support that? Right? Because I'm in the minority. My mentality, I didn't vote for the Democrats, right? I didn't vote for the Republicans either. But I'm saying, I'm not going to vote for the Democrats just because. Black people, black men in particular, need to learn how to become more politically sophisticated. It is in exchange for something. It should be alignment with whatever your political interest or goals are, whatever your economic interest or goals are. But no, we got a whole bunch of matriarchy in the black community, and you got senior citizen black folks, they voting Democrat. You got broke black men out here voting Democrat, talking about I support you, Keisha, right? Because he living on Keisha's futon or some shit, living on the couch, or doesn't have a place to stay with her overweight waddling ass. You know what type of black women? It's always that skinny nigga. He be skinny, looking like all emaciated, looking like he has a low calorie diet, and the woman, she look like she eats up all the food in the refrigerator. He look like a crackhead, and she just big as a house. Y'all know them relationships. Like, we got a lot of them black relationships going on in the black community, right? You got supported. Yup. He's a part of that 78% that voted Democrat. But what else you got going on? You can't do nothing with that nigga. You ain't gonna get any of the perks and the benefits that other races of women are getting and receiving while being in alignment with their men. Again, this goes back to what I said, wrong orientation. Black women looking for black men to get in line with them as opposed to them getting in line with the men. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. And now, we're like, whatever, 50, 60 years deep in the matriarchy. You got black men that are, they're the types, they can never lead. They're so deep in the matriarchy. They're so far gone mentally, you can hang it up and forget about it. Which, again, all that's going to lead to, and you see this with the marriage numbers of black men marrying outside the race, the rate of it, where it's twice as many black men marrying outside the race as black women. Yeah, guaranteed that most of those dudes are in, that category that of the population that voted in this election that voted for Trump. That voted for Trump because they got specific reasons why they voted for Trump and didn't vote for the way that black women wanted them to vote. You know what I'm saying? Like the black women's orientation is chaos. Like, why would anybody follow black women particularly when they look at the black community? Why would they sit there and say, yes, we're going to follow black women and their feminism and their belligerence and bad attitudes and their neck rolling and everything? And then they look over at the black community and the black community's in fucking shambles. And you got black men following black women as opposed to the other way around. Now, there's a whole conversation that needs to be had about black men and why are we following black women, right? But again, I open my mouth on that subject and you got all type of black women. Oh, y'all misogynistic. Oh, you're Eurocentric. Oh, you trying to be an imitation white man, right? There's pushback. Like black women, they want black men to be blamed for when shit doesn't work out. Even when black men are in alignment with black women, and what black women want. And when it doesn't work out, which is what's happened in this election, then it's like, okay, so now what? Now what? Stupidly thinking that all of these women were going to follow you. It's just dumb. You know what I mean? Again, she ain't gonna go against her husband, and her husband has a small business that supports the both of them. You know what I mean? She goes to the grocery store and she gotta pay, freaking, $8, $10 for some damn eggs and $15 for some bacon. You know what I mean? They get sick of that shit. And especially having a patriarchal, husband at home that's providing, when she goes to the store, she sees those prices. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that's got to, hit her husband up and say, hey, I'm going to need a couple more dollars, because, prices are going up. And the husband's like, shit, I got to figure this out. Black men, in my opinion, for those of us that aren't aligned with the DNC, we're politically homeless. Black women, though, they're politically alone. They're politically alone. We're politically homeless, but they're politically alone. And I don't know where this is moving forward, in terms of reparations and everything, because again, you see how much all these other groups do not align themselves with not just black people, because the DNC does not represent just black people. The DNC fucked up because they didn't pay attention to sending all that money to Ukraine, sending all that money to Israel. Everybody over here is struggling. Inflation, how they dealt with COVID, the immigration at the border, right? The whole thing with ghost jobs, young people not being able to afford housing, not closing the deal on student loan relief, right? And then again, that exacerbated by, the shitty job market, so that the young people that took out the loans that thought they were going to have decent jobs, they can now not pay back their loans. So now they're poorer than they've ever been. They're in the negative. It's different. It's different to be, in a bad position. They're in the negative. The negative. You see? So they're in dire straits. They ain't trying to hear all that shit. See, like I said, when white people are struggling, they're not generous when they struggling. When they doing all right, they get on the, I want to seem like I'm benevolent. Here, little Negro, here's a few trinkets, right? They might, act generously when the shit is good, but overall, the attitude is reparations. When the economy is bad, reparations, definitely not. When the economy is good, well, I mean, it's just not the time, So, that's how they play that shit. But, black women got to do some soul searching on this one. Y'all got to do some soul searching. Black men, we got our own internal conflicts. We addressing other black men. We appealed away, quite a few black men from, vote blue no matter who. We peeled quite a few away. But y'all out here thinking that y'all had alliances with some of these other folks that you didn't have. That was your belief. Okay, black men know that they don't have no alliance. Black men know that they are politically homeless, and that they don't have, that type of support, because we've been made the boogeyman by society and our own women. So we don't have no friends. We know that we have no friends, as Dr. Hendrik Clark so eloquently used to say. We have no friends. We know that. You all, on the other hand, delulu. And much of your suffering is a direct result of your disloyalty to the race. I'm going to say it. Your disloyalty to black men and your wrong orientation, your feminism, your belligerence, and the stupid ass ideas that you have in your head about where you think shit is going. Stupid ass ideas. I'm glad y'all got y'all Negro bed wench wake up call, because that's what y'all got. Y'all got a Negro bed wench wake up call, and now you outside in the dark, doors locked. You know what I mean? And you sitting there, crying, waiting for somebody to rescue you. I already know that there's a whole bunch of brothers that are going to come through. Oh, come on, Keisha. Come on inside. I ain't one of them. You know what I mean? I'm like, no. You going to have to, I need a fucking written goddamn apology. I said this shit before. I said this when the numbers came out on the, on the 54% of black men are childless, CDC report. And y'all running around acting like it's a 1-to-1 ratio. If there's a single mother out there, there's gotta be a single father out there for each single mother. Wrong, because y'all out here sharing niggas. That's why. Y'all out here jumping on Cam Newton's dick, getting with Future, getting with Country Wayne and shit. That's what y'all doing. Especially y'all Southern country bumpkin African American women. Yeah, that's what y'all doing. Y'all Southern bitches, y'all are horrible at that shit. I didn't know it was that bad down there. Y'all are horrible with that. Y'all be having, you got dude looking like Slim Thug, got 3, 4, 5 different baby mamas and shit like that. The nigga that wears sunglasses at nighttime and shit. That nigga with the beard. I'm like, all 4 of y'all went and had this dude's baby. And who was the first? Oh, I was the first. Okay, you get a pass because there's no way of knowing that he was going to be reckless with his dick like that. But you other 3 bitches, what the fuck were you on? What were you on? Just retardedness. But anyway, I'm done with this video. That's all I got to say. That's my video. SWP. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe.